fans, do you want to win your share of $100,000? Simply enter the houseofboxing.com Fight Night Prediction Challenge. Compete with boxing fans around the world. Simply head over to houseofboxing.com and sign up now.
This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with houseofboxing.com and Empire Fight Store. The General's been everywhere. He's tired, but he's still in Liverpool. How are we, Geese?
The General? What's it called? Did you just look at me and go, go on, do it? Like, how desperate? I said, you know what I said the other day? I went, you know what? I said to someone, Parsons' TikTok account is absolutely flying. And they went, it's not really Parsons' TikTok account, is it? And then I went on your TikTok account. The entire thing is me.
Ah, you're wrong.
Well, okay. So, out of your last, well, I mean, I haven't seen you for a few days, but out of your last 20 posts, how many are me?
Well, you know what? I had a little look because I thought I'm going to try and vary my life up. I'm going to give a bit of my personality as well. No, you're wrong. The views are flying without you.
Parsons, don't be ridiculous. With all due respect, like, I'm going to try and, like, your personality can't stand up.
Oh, it
right?
can.
No.
Building my own name, Sean.
No. Like, you look at greats of the past that have linked up. I don't know, Smith and Jones, Cagney and Lacey, Salt and Pepper, right? Then there's, it's not Hearn and Parsons, it's Hearn and this little geezer that follows him around. So don't make the massive mistake of trying to create your own brand. Just keep on my tails and just ride the waves, yeah? Because, you know.
The good thing is about when you do things like this, the comments are always like, I can't work out if Eddie likes this guy or hates him.
I think you are, I mean, you messaged me the other day. I don't know where I was. I'd just flown in after about 15 hours trying to get to San Fran. You were like, cheeky Zoom, General. I was like, I didn't even reply.
Well, obviously, you never reply.
You know, so, but worryingly, you are becoming a little bit of a name, stroke celebrity.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, here, give us that, mate. Okay, so this is Parsons' TikTok.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
In all honesty, no. Sorry?
First string.
What are you talking about? It's all me.
They're pinned, the pinned ones, but look at the day in the life
Funny
shot.
enough, the pinned ones, 2.5 million, 1.4 million, 2.7 million. It's all Hearn, right? But worryingly, in this strange misfits world that we saw last week, you are actually becoming a little bit of a name. Even my own children think you are a celebrity.
Big man thing. We're here in Liverpool. Catterall, Linares. I've had enough of you violating me for one day. We'll leave that till later on or tomorrow perhaps. Excited for this one. Linares dangerous in this fight, but also Jack probably has to go in here and put on a bit of a clinic.
Yeah, I think that, you know, I'm going to use last week in that misfits world by saying to our world, we got to step up. And that's everybody. Because we all know that the product, like the hype, the build-up, the brand, spot on. The product, what we have as our advantage is the product. When boxing gets it right, there's nothing like it. But when boxing gets it wrong, it's shit and it's irrelevant, all right? So, number one, fighters. I need a performance, right? I don't want a performance where people are tuning in and coming off after 4 rounds to go and make a ham sandwich and switching it over to Strictly. I want a performance that backs up the hype that I am delivering. Managers, trainers, we're not looking to take liberties. We're looking to make real fights. We will develop your fighters at the right pace and give them every opportunity. We'll also listen to you, but believe in us when the time is right to make that jump, we make that jump together. Fighters also understand, if you lose in a great fight, it's not the end of your career. If you win in a great fight, we're going to the moon. So I'm calling out people like Jack Catterall on Saturday night. Sam Jones, doing my nutting, one of the best managers in the game, we love him. You want Josh Taylor, you want the winner of Haney Prograis, give me something. Give me that performance where the world says, we want it. Peter McGrail, you are one of the best prospects in the world. The Scouse Lomachenko, you're going to be a multi-weight world champion. Give it to me. You're fighting a 17-0 kid. Tough fight. Smash him to pieces. Show me how great you are. Shabazz Massoud, Ben Davison. This kid's going to be a multi-weight world champion. I've never seen anything like this kid in the gym. Show me something. Smash this kid up. The young prospects, when you're fighting at a level where, quite frankly, you can't lose, be aggressive. Get him out of there. Light the crowd up. Make me sit there at ringside and go, whew, because this is what happens, Parsons. You've got a young prospect. They put a performance together that is a little bit boring, doesn't really do a lot. The first question is, when am I out next? The answer is subconsciously, not for a while. You go in there, you look sensational, you get the crowd on their feet, you get social media talking about you. When am I fighting next? I'm speaking to Tom Dallas and said, we need to get him out ASAP. Right? We need to be harder with our matchmaking. We need to not worry about losing a fighter to another platform or another promoter, which we've done in the past, because you end up giving them easy fights that no one cares about. So it's time for change. And we've got an excuse now, because for all the people moaning about misfits and, it should be banned and it's terrible for boxing. Shut up. It's got nothing to do with boxing. It doesn't take any money off the tables for fighters, for promoters, for network. It's another world. But if we don't get it right in boxing, the big wigs, the big execs of these platforms will look at misfits, which is a lot cheaper, by the way. I mean, I've got fighters who are in, you don't even know their names, right? Who are in fights that they can't lose, that are probably making twice as much as Salt Pappy and Slims combined.
Slims.
Right? All right, take the Z off.
Just you and Frank both do it with the S on the end. I don't know why.
Right? So what I'm saying is we've got to make it value for money for everybody. And we do that by making great fights. So that's what I'm talking about.
Brilliant. I love what you've just said to me, and I've also got about 9 million other things to ask, and we're pressed for time, so I'm going to rattle them off. You mentioned Haney Prograis, the press conference, It went off up there. Quick trip into San Francisco, really excited and happy to add that one to the schedule. Yeah,
it was a fantastic press conference. It's a fantastic fight. You know, we went to the Bay Area. San Francisco hasn't had a World Championship fight for over a decade. We're nearly at 10,000 tickets now sold already. It's fantastic. It's going to be a huge fight. Bill Haney and Evans and everybody went at it. Wait till you see the face-off, which we filmed yesterday in Los Angeles. It was unbelievable. Just a mega fight. Really, really good fight.
Regis did a podcast where he spoke about feeling the love. This was sort of in reference to when you flew to him. Top Rank flew him southwest to them. What did you make of that? Quite nice comments to hear.
I haven't heard the comments, but yeah, I flew into Dallas to see Regis and his team. He's a great fighter. You know, by signing Regis Prograis, I feel, the best 140-pounder in the world. But we also got the opportunity to bring Devin Haney back to DAZN and to Matchroom. Let them fight. Regis makes a load of money. Devin gets the right fight. The winner stays on. The loser comes back in another big fight. So these are the kind of fights we need to make for boxing. And yeah, December 9, part of a massive schedule.
Eddie, Buatsi Azeez off. You told me back in September for the Orlando card you had a feeling this would happen. Now announced Tuesday of fight week. I know you've made some comments, but what do you make of it all?
Look, personally, I see Dan Azeez on TalkSport saying, someone of my stature shouldn't be saying that he faked an injury. Show me an interview where I said Dan Azeez faked an injury. I heard a couple of weeks ago the ticket sales were that bad they were going to pull the fight. The fight ended up getting pulled. So obviously, I don't for a minute think that Dan Azeez made up an injury to get out of the fight. Who knows what's happened? But no, that was certainly not the allegation to Dan Azeez at all. And he's a proper fighter. He would have wanted that fight. But it is what it is. Shows fall through all the time. Sometimes you get on a bad run, and we've been there a million times. So well done to them for keeping the show on at York Hall. And we'll see what they do with rescheduling that fight with Buatsi and Azeez. I think I'm more gutted. I know that we parted company, but I'm more gutted for Buatsi because it's brutal to see where his career's gone. He was on such a good run. I really feel like he was ready to fight Bivol at that time, and it's just kind of But hopefully they can reschedule the date ASAP.
Have you booked the Millennium Stadium for December 23rd?
We haven't booked it, no. We'll book it if a contract gets signed. But look, Conor Benn and Anthony Joshua, both on me non-stop to fight ASAP. So that's my instruction.
Is there any chance of Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn being announced on Saturday night?
It's not currently planned to, but there is a chance that fight could get made by Saturday.
Have terms been agreed?
Partially.
Got a feeling right now, does this fight happen 2023?
Well, I would say, give me till also the 3rd or 4th week of January, and I would say 100% this fight happens by the end of January. I think it could happen December 23rd, but if you give me that little extension so that you don't get the Transformer Pajama Brigade playing this back, by the end of January, 100% this fight happens.
Finally, Frank Warren has appealed the appeal. What do you make of that? Obviously, Usyk Dubois.
Yeah, I mean, as I do. It was a low blow. I mean, I don't know. Was? Sorry. Yeah, it was a low blow.
What?
It was a low blow.
You've changed your tune.
No, I haven't. I've always said it was a low blow. What are you? What have you got me confused with someone else?
Usyk Dubois.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. God, yeah.
Absolute clown of an interviewer. This geezer is. It's embarrassing. Yeah. So yeah, it was a low blow, and they've watched it back. They've watched it on a million angles, and they've said it was a low blow. So appealing the appeal. You know, you got to do what you got to do. You got to fight for your fighter.
Eduardo, thank you very much.